Okay, team, I think we're just about set up, and we've just been raided from the rest of the lovely stream. So we're gonna pop on over and get ready to chat with everyone in the post show. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Thank you everybody for all the hype. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go.
Okay, I will be right back.
You're all on camera.
Oh no!
Yay!
Oh no!
Hi guys!
Actually
I wasn't ready.
I'm not ready. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
All right.
What the fuck, you guys?
I am mentally drained after that.
Did some fucking mental gymnastics, I'll tell you what on that one.
Oh, the main concern though, did the bear hat get burned? We're gonna have to wait for Lane to confirm or deny that.
No, because Talon had the bear hat.
Yeah,
Oh, so the bear hat is safe.
Wait, what? I did?
it's safe.
You had the bear hat because I have the helm of detect thoughts, and we
Did
gave it
Did
to you
it
for safe.
take the bear hat?
No.
No,
Oh.
you did to carry it back to Smolenskshire. So did you leave it at your house?
Well, I'm assuming I would have remembered to grab it, but
Yeah.
I think I would have probably left it at Toby's,
We packed it up.
absent-mindedly, because you know, giant griffin.
I mean, let's be honest. Toby is dead. Like he was Matthias's first target.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
I mean, I was wondering about that, but I wasn't sure if maybe he'd still feel that way after a talk. I don't know.
I think Toby's probably okay. I think Matthias has like lost all autonomy. Like I think it's no longer about his vengeance. It's just about vengeance in general.
It was
Matthias.
definitely speaking in a very all-encompassing way on the way out there. It was very much like every bad thing. No.
It's a shame I picked then to go into my fire coma because I probably would have stopped him.
Yeah.
Alex wants to.
Matthias is the Gibson's first eye of this campaign.
Yeah. God, now I gotta do this shit again, don't I?
Yep.
Before we get to that, Alex wants to end with the very important question: how do you cook tiny squirrel ribs? And
Very
then
Show me how you,
carefully.
well,
they would ask
So, I
us
don't-
to show them how we eat them.
so I don't currently have squirrel ribs in my kitchen, unfortunately.
Oh,
Come
really?
on, Lee, get it together.
No, but at the meetup I will make it.
I imagine it like it's kind of like Flintstone style like dinosaur rib where it's like the big, but it's just a little baby.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just,
that's what I was
take
thinking
a
too.
Take a little guy and like a num num.
It's
num,
like
num, num, num.
it's like a cocktail sandwich, but for ribs.
Exactly.
You probably have to eat like all of them at once. Like they're probably so small that like you can't just like pick up one of them. You probably just gotta like munch on the
I know.
whole thing and then like spit the bones out.
Like when like I don't know who first showed me, but when you eating a chicken wing and you like twist the flat, then you pull out one of the bones, then you can just pull the meat right off.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like that.
I don't know about all you guys. I'm tired. That was a
Yeah.
lot.
Mentally draining, yeah.
That was a scary conversation I had. I was afraid of it. I thought, okay, I'm glad that Orokazo wanted to play ball, because I thought I was like, I'm going crazy again. Like I'm going to get the sickness again. Like I was like, God no.
Insert down with the sickness.
Because I truly don't know how we get out of that.
Well,
Everything
We're
got
gonna find
scary
out.
today. And
Yeah,
I thought it was
everything got-
scary before, and now it's like for real scary.
Yeah, we like
you know?
truly like I'm processing my thing, but like we still got to think about fucking Lady Talith Emin over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
I was that motherfucker took his hat off and I was like, that's your dad.
Yeah,
oh my
dude.
god,
If Toby's your dad, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Victor,
that would have been too much. That would have been too much. I legitimately almost had an IRL panic attack during that conversation.
Logan, I think we're having like the same kind of like brain like meld there, because I was like, for a second I'm like, he's gonna take off his hat and he's actually an elf. He's been hiding his ears.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, it's feature shame. Like, no, it's his dad or her dad. And then it changed again, and it's like, oh, okay, it's not quite that. But I was just like, no, never mind. Okay, not that much.
Okay, like Toby, decent man. Like choosing exile is a very good. Like that was like nice, honorable. But like that doesn't mean you can just like. Fucking, like you saw Talon's mom walking through the she was there for like more than 24 hours.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm fucking saying.
I know. I'm there with you, dude.
Oh,
I was like,
I'm fucking pissed.
Talik is a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
I'm glad he was right to make us leave for that conversation, because I would have chewed him out.
Talon just like is like subtly aware that he is what's like keeping Smolenshire like functional, basically, and that's the only reason that I did not strike him down. That's it.
But the good news is
because I was
we have
heated.
a name, so we can look him up in the Lord book.
Yeah. But ugh. Yeah, I feel like shit about that.
Okay, what did I miss? What did I miss?
We were just talking about you behind your back.
Talking about
Yeah,
the
just
shit.
decompressing a little.
No, that's super fair.
Man.
Oh my god, Princess Diaries for Talon.
Definitely. Yeah, truly.
Lane.
It makes me feel a little better about your mom's situation.
My internet might be taking a bit of a shit here.
Yeah, you're buffering a little bit.
Oh,
but...
it's floundering in like the mid range, so it might come back in a minute. But just apologies if everything is kind of shitty for a hot second.
Oh, hi, Lane.
Lane, this is such a fun view of you.
Sound still sounds okay though.
Okay, chat, is it like super shitty or just kind of shitty right now? Because I just noticed my bit rate's like jumping a bunch. I thought it was me.
Miss Liz, I also just thought my stream was failing.
Okay, wait, it looks like it's stabilizing. No, it's going back. Okay.
Anyway, I was saying I'm less worried about your mom now, knowing that like he's pretty important, and that like
I'm more worried, I think, after that conversation.
No, because I think even if it gets like even if she is revealed, and like all like it's gonna be a big process. They're gonna like parade them out, and they might like fucking
like trial
set up
and
a public execution, some bullshit that we can definitely trash. We just need a boat.
Yeah, really getting into your wheelhouse, huh?
Yeah, fuck. Oh,
Stream's
God,
looking better to me.
Yeah, I think it's starting to stabilize.
I did not want to get on a boat again so fast, but here we are.
Are you at least a little excited?
No, listen, I know I'm going to be very useful on this boat, but Victor is definitely wasn't ready to sail on a new ship yet. Like, I think I'm still gonna be torn up about like not sailing on my ship.
Of course, yeah.
You're gonna be comparing everything.
Well, I mean, it is gonna be like a pretty. I assume it's a relatively quick trip. Looking at like the map, like it's not like we're sailing the 7 seas here. We're crossing like the English Channel.
Might be like a couple days.
Victor's just gonna be comparing everything on the new boat to his old boat,
Yeah.
just like the wheel doesn't turn right, the masts are a little bit too high for my
I can see
liking.
Victor getting in there with like
The
WD-40 on stuff,
The
make
real
everything
of
work.
it all is like most likely we're gonna like chart passage on a ship that already has a crew.
Yeah.
And so we won't have to do anything, but like that.
Wait, you don't
navigator
trust the
we
three
are
of
gonna-
us to like
Yeah.
be your crew on a ship?
No,
You
no, I
shouldn't.
would. But we don't have the money to buy a boat, so
No, you don't.
No.
I
Honestly,
play. Listen, Victor was a pirate, does have some money, not here. It's not here.
Speaking of money,
It was
because we did
somewhere.
receive
Yeah, that
money
100
today.
gold, by the way, what happened with that? Who's got that? Just so we don't
Like
forget.
I was just gonna ask, do you want me to be money man again, like last time?
Harold took his share.
No, I'm just saying, like accountant.
I would love for Lee to be the accountant, not Talon.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So,
No, Talon.
so I think maybe we all just keep track of our own gold, because
Okay.
I can't do that.
No worries.
So then for the sake
So
of this one, do we just
we
want to
could
say
just
we
split
split
it
it four
then?
ways?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll split
Yeah,
it
y'all
four
get
ways.
25 gold. Oh, also, y'all hit level 5.
Hey.
Extra
Oh,
attack!
uh-oh. Damn it! You fucker, we did it one too early. I can't get my extra attack. That's fine. I guess I'll make it official here then. That is Victor's multi-class into Warlock.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm going to be a level 4 Barbarian and a level 1 Warlock.
Oh.
I gotta figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do with this level. Jesus.
I know I gave it to you too soon,
It's fine.
Logan, but you can always
okay.
take a level of barbarian.
I'll take a level
next
in Barbarian at some point. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have spells. It'll be fun. I've got some
Yeah.
ideas. I do want to use the Sylvan Longsword, as silly as that is, because Ella gave it to me. So I'm probably gonna. I thought about it in the Griffin fight, but shied away. But I want to do longsword hand axe and just dual wield for a little bit, maybe.
So
I would
now
love to
that
see that sort of action.
Now that we've calmed down just a little bit, does chat have any questions? Please, toss them out when you got them. But I would like to know everybody's favorite moment of the stream while we have everybody.
Big question.
Let's start with Harold. Let's start with Harold. Let's start with Thomas. Thomas here. Harold in game.
Harold's favorite moment, or my favorite. Okay, my favorite moment was when Harold talked to Talon right off the top about her mom. Just because, I mean, that thought of that conversation came to me like yesterday when I was just trying to get into Harold's headspace, and I was just like, Harold, when everyone else was like surrounding Talon, comforting her about her mom and everything like that, Harold started to think about his mom, and it made him feel real bad. And he wanted to say something. He just like, I was just like, Harold wants to say something to Talon about this, and that I did that, and so that was my favorite moment.
I really loved that a lot. Also,
So much fucking happened today. I would just like to say real quick.
on the moment with Harold
so
feels
much.
like last stream at this point
There's
in my
so
brain.
much, but funnily enough, I think I am also going to say the Talon and Harold conversation right at the top struck me. I'm gonna try to start writing quotes that I with like other characters that I think are good. And I wrote down Harold's. There are and there will always be friends to help you. And I was like,
That's a
that's
really
just
beautiful.
such what a fucking good line. And then I guess also I mean, fucking Puck killing that Griffin by
Hey.
doing the victor, as we now all know it. I liked that a lot.
That was cool.
Very cool.
I need music for me. I don't have any music right now. Warren, what was your favorite part of the stream?
Fuck, there's so much that happened.
You're telling me, dude.
I feel like, God, there were so many conversations that happened that I liked. I think for me, like, I also like the conversation at the beginning. I thought the whole, like, you have good hugging arms was just adorable and hilarious. I feel like one of my favorite moments was, it was between my two conversations with Toby or Matthias, because I didn't realize how heavily you were going to smack me with how like similar their mindsets and conversations were to Puck's. I'm like, you were like literally saying exactly how I felt like 2 sessions ago, like word for word practically. And then I blacked out and I said some shit that probably pertained to my backstory, and I thought it went well.
I was very glad that Puck was there to have that conversation, because Lane's a tricky bitch, and you're not the only one he was playing in that game. And I almost went off. But then you were there to do it for me.
Yeah, there's definitely some things that the observant eye probably would have picked up on there, but my God. But I'm really happy. I'm so happy that fucking killing blow happened the way it did.
Oh, so cool.
I was like, Thor's hammer fucking image of like glowing mace, just like whack. I was like, this is everything I want it to be. Because I was like, this is absolutely what Victor would do in this situation. Just, I got to yell my one-liner and do something cool.
Yep.
I'm really glad that I got to give Puck like the walk it off moment where he literally just like strode off the Griffin's head into the snow. I was like, oh, Puck looks so cool right now. Oh no, why does it say yawn? What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Sometimes chat does that to me and I get really self-conscious. But also, I think it's a test. That's what Liz told me last time.
I can't read chat anymore.
Command.
Lee?
Favorite moment? Yikes.
I know, right? It's hard.
The moment with Harold, I think it's probably tied. As a player, I loved the conversation with Toby because it was exactly, I gave Lane a lot of freedom with what Talon didn't know, basically, and it was with the intent that it would incite that sort of reaction within me as I was able to learn about it, and it was very, like, in a meta sense, it was very satisfying, but, yeah, it was just, like, a very intense moment, and I enjoyed role-playing it quite a bit.
That was a heavy moment. It was a fun moment for me.
Oh, yeah, I could tell you were having a good time.
I'm so glad I set that up like 3.5 months ago. 3 months ago? Holy shit.
We were shit-talking Carrick when you were gone about being a little bitch and not protecting his mom because he didn't have orders to.
Yeah.
What a fucking
which
loser.
part? Wait, what?
When
he was like, I don't have a charge to protect your. That was gone 10 months ago, so I just let your mom get taken.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my problem. Fuck you.
No one liked that.
Especially since he didn't say anything to us when we first came asking questions. Like, he didn't say like, "Oh yeah, I saw her go with these guys." Yeah, that's all I can.
Listen, shout out to fucking Alex One Stan for being suspicious of Toby when no one, we were
What
like,
was?
Toby's just fucking Toby. It's
Yeah.
fine. And goddamn, did they call it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Really kicking myself now.
Cannot believe how bad they called it.
Look, Toby's not like evil.
No.
Oh, no, but he's a
was-
bitch.
He is suspicious.
Yeah.
It's impressive. Randolph, your favorite moment.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. There was a lot of them. Like, there's a lot of moments I really liked. Like, narrowing it down to one is actually impossible for me. I loved Harold taking the initiative to speak to Talon. I loved Puck having his moment of, like, dude, I've been there. Just fucking listen to me. You know, it was like, for me personally, it was like Puck having a moment where like all this torture and pain he's dealt with his whole life is useful, you know, and not just because he got god powers, but because he got to really be there for somebody who was going through something that hard. I really liked that moment. I liked Victor saying yes. That was spooky as hell, man. Like, that was wild. He just straight up was like,
Yo.
I'm in. I was like, oh baby,
shit.
we're cooking. We're fucking cooking now.
Yeah.
It was all good. It was all really good. It was really good watching Lee almost cry. That was pretty sick.
Couple times, actually.
Yeah, I
More than once
cried. I
tonight.
love crying. I love crying, so that was fun for me.
Yeah, Miss Liz, always the attent listener, noticed that Orokazo said Victor's full name.
Oh no, I definitely clocked that a couple
I
times.
got it.
Which is Victosla.
Saint John. no
Saint
less.
John is the last name. Surprised the hell out of me.
Oh yeah, Saint John.
Like,
Victor
wait,
Saint
what?
John. Can you think of a more Sailey boy name?
Oh yeah.
Saint
It's funny.
James.
I was just about to joke that Talon doesn't even know her last name, but now she does.
Spelling is for Miss Liz, our archivist, Viktosula. Yeah, that was yeah. So yeah, just like that, Miss Liz. Yeah. So as I alluded before we jumped over to this stream, there was one thing that he had to say, and that was that if I helped him regain his reconstitute, he would go back to the elemental plane of fire, and he wouldn't torture people on the material plane. If he went back and did whatever he's gonna do in the elemental plane of fire, and we can have a healthy working relationship where he gives me power and I help him, keep his, that's fine. That's good.
I'm interested to see how a water Ganassi with a fire elemental
Listen,
patron. I'm interested to see how that's gonna work.
we're gonna do some cool stuff. Also, I did not expect him to even bring up my person of my past, and the idea that he can bring them back is insane and something I didn't think could happen. So
Yo.
that was like I might actually do this even if he's gonna be evil. But then he wasn't, so hooray.
Like I don't think I ever got across to you guys in campaign 1 how big a deal that guy was. Like he was stronger
No.
than an Afriti.
we
No.
kind of like we
You just
You
dunked
guys
on him.
really messed him up.
we
But
kind
like,
of just
look,
dunked on him
Yeah.
after we dunked on the guy who was dunking on him.
It was-
a
it
little
was-
insane.
it was really sad for me to watch it happen because I was like, man, I don't want to spoil anything now, but like, Oroka's was powerful, man.
Yeah, I got the feeling when
looking
Victor was
forward-
talking to us about afterwards, he's like, yeah, this like random bunch of like 4 mercenaries just came in and dealt with it for coin, I guess. I'm like, this is 100% campaign 1 stuff, isn't it?
Oh
was.
yeah.
You were
Yep.
correct. It was the cops who defeated Orokaza back in the day.
Yeah, they did.
And okay, we can trace. I'll like fill in some lines here and say that we can trace Victor's lack of trust of the government and overall anarchist vibes from the fact that his government did nothing while his people were dying.
That'll
and maybe
radicalize
that's
a
why he
person.
betrayed them and fought against them in Westgar, out of anger, perhaps,
Mhm.
out of that scarring anger that was left from a evil genie. Not evil, benevolent genie.
Benevolent, yeah.
It's
for
he's
sure.
not
Yeah,
evil. He just doesn't care.
yeah.
Do you mean
yeah,
benevolent
so,
or ambivalent?
No, ambivalent was the word I actually meant. Yeah, so I have to look at some stuff now because I am multi-classing into Warlock, which is gonna get a little nutty.
Don't forget,
Oh,
proficiency
man.
bonus goes up.
Proficiency bonus does go up. That's exciting.
Oh, I gotta figure out if I'm
Oh.
multi-classing yet or not. I don't know. Oh man, so much shit has happened,
Level 5 is huge, man.
and I don't feel like Bard
Level
is in the
5
cards
is
just right
huge.
now.
Maybe not.
I listen. I'm all about doing what's in your heart, but also level 5 is a huge level. You get 3rd level spells. It's a big deal. You
Sure.
get Revivify. You get the
I'm-
ability to
Oh,
revivify.
Revivify is big.
I'm probably gonna stick with
Yeah.
Cleric unless it's something that gives me like more athletic ability or something like that. But yeah, probably. Because I just like the way things have been going, like I was interested in Bard, but like the way the story has been going, like love of music just isn't calling right now. It's been a little more dramatic than that.
I'm definitely looking forward to the day when Puck can get Bard levels.
Maybe someday.
That would make me so happy.
Miss
We have
Liz
a
had a question.
question.
Yes. Thomas, why does
Oh.
Harold even want to stay with the party? It's only been a week. He's got his dad. He's got school. What is keeping Harold with the party?
Kinda what Harold said to Talon, and when he said it, it was also him realizing it, that this party are his friends. They are the first friends he's really ever made and ever had. And even though it's only been a week, and yeah, he's, Victor has pissed him off, and, Puck has confused the ever-living hell out of him, and he's terrified to even look at Talon, let alone try to have a conversation with her. At this point, he realizes they've done things together that he's only ever dreamed about. Like he's seen the popular kids in school, parading around with their friend group and whatever, talking about whatever the hell they want to talk about, drinking, partying, whatnot. And I mean, Harold is now getting to take part in some of those things, even though he's, a complete wallflower and he's not going to actively participate sometimes, 99% of the time. He still gets to feel like this is what friendship is. I don't want to let this go right now. He's just like, he's so far separated between like family life and school life and friend life that the friend life is the thing that's got him hooked at the moment, and so that's the line he's going to follow. When he was at school was the only thing he was following, and now it's transitioned more into friends.
That reminded me of another one of my favorite tiny moments today was when Harold and Victor took their watch and just silently read next
so
to
cute.
each other, which was just that's fucking friendship right there. We're just staying up, occasionally looking up, making sure no wolves are coming, and just reading our books.
Yep.
Huddled close using the same torchlight.
Just
Every
a couple
once
of
in a
nerd
while.
boys in the dark.
Every once in a while, Victor will point at something and be like, "That's me." I can do that.
Just leaning over, going "Did you know I'm actually made up of more water than most humanoid beings?
You know.
Most people it's 80%. I'm 92."
That's honestly really, really interesting. I did not know that.
Write it down in the book.
Yep. Water Ganassi are 92% water.
In that same vein, I was not expecting the conversation I had with Talon on watch.
During our watch.
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah.
That also feels like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, the thing was, Puck was fucking off in another world for the first half of the session. He was there present, but you guys were talking mysteries, and he was just thinking about what the fuck is happening with the gods right now? How do I fix this? What's going on? And then just being all right, whatever. I just need to train. So I'm just focusing on what's in front of me. And you guys are doing all this stuff behind me. And then the watch came, and he's still fucking off somewhere else. And then Talon's hey, what's going on? And Puck's oh, do I talk to anyone about this, actually? Are they gonna think I'm insane? I don't know. Talon might not think I'm crazy, I guess.
If anyone is gonna take you for real, it's Talon.
I love that Talon gave you terrible advice. Put your foot down with a god. And then literally immediately the next morning was so how'd it go? It was just in it.
So you're not dead, you're not ashes. That's good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it could have went a lot worse, I think.
It was definitely when just as a viewer watching that interaction, there was a certain point where I could hear the Talon voice in my head no, that's enough now.
Please stop, he's gonna kill you.
He sounds really angry, maybe we should back up.
Yeah, and I played that conversation of Apollo in my head at least 8 times this last week, about how I would handle that, and I knew how I wanted to tackle it if it got more heated, and how I wanted to kind of phrase things. But even so, when I was having that conversation and Apollo actually showed up and he's in his war regalia and stuff like that, Warren's heart was racing. Puck and Warren were both oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit.
I've made a bad mistake.
It's not liar day, it's spear day. That bad.
So yeah, going through that conversation, I was actually having to calm my fucking my heart rate, and then afterwards I'm well fuck, I didn't learn anything from that. And then Talon's so how did I'm I don't even know, man. It's
you pissed him off. I'll tell you that, considering I'm him. Even in that moment, right? In that moment, you just kind of let yourself go with things. And I was okay, look, chill. And then at some point, Puck pushed my buttons as Lane, as Apollo pushed my buttons, and I was that's enough out of you. I am done here.
I find it very interesting that our the one theme that I think is really coming through in Blood and Ice is not only loss, but loss and retrieval, like loss and finding. So many people are like, oh, I lost, like we all lost shit, but we're all kind of on quests to go find it. Somehow that we all lined up with like, yeah, we lost it, but even Apollo is like, I lost some shit, but I'm gonna go find it.
Well, and so like that was the thing with pushing Apollo further. It was like I got like kind of brushed off the first time, so I was like, okay, something's going on. Like he's busy with something. It probably has to do with Ares. Then Artemis was like, call me in 2 weeks, and then I'm like, all right, I need some kind of answer. And then the whole
Now.
then he was like, just go live your life. I'm like, that's not good enough. I know something's going on, and yeah, and then it may have gone a little bit further. But it was a serious concern of Puck to have it be like, listen, like if what you said was true about how angry you were and we share that, then like I know what that feels like and I have to know like what it is that's going on. I don't know what he's trying to fix or retrieve or whatever, but I'm like, if you're that pissed, then something, like you lost something and I don't know what your intentions are. Yeah, I'm not dead, but I probably won't. I won't be on. I don't think Apollo's gonna be answering my calls for a few days.
Give it some space.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
All right, I got a big one here. From
I'll read it out for you if
Yeah.
you want.
Okay, yeah, read it to me.
Got some girth.
Logan, at the beginning of the campaign, Victor makes a point about how he shouldn't trust people because it's harder to lie in books. Recently, Victor said something about most books he has read have been useless. Does Victor have a source of information he trusts all the time, or does he never trust any information until he's proved it for himself? And after thinking of this question, how does that affect freaking Eric, like the guy? That one.
Great question. One, as always, Miss Liz. Two, I think certainly Victor doesn't necessarily have a source of information he trusts all the time, except for his own experiences and what he's seen to be true. It's not that the books are like lying, the useless books. It's just that like he hasn't found a book of significance. All the information he's been gleaning, while true, has not helped him in any way, which isn't a bad thing. It's just something that he's been noticing, except for now. The Genasi book finally came through today, and yes, so that obviously makes him he works a lot on instinct, and so obviously Orokazoa, he knows that he can benefit from him, but he is like Orokazoa is also going to benefit from Victor. So because of that, he feels that a relationship can be found that can be beneficial and based on truth, but he obviously is taking it with a grain of salt at this point, because who knows what he can do. But he knows he has a way that he can stop tapping into that power. He can stop feeding him, or break. If Orokazoa's end of the bargain does not come to pass, there can be consequences for him as well. And I think as long as that continues to be true, he will trust that information. So yeah, we gotta go to a place that's got some fucking books, cause I need more books. I need to get to a place that's got some books.
I haven't had time to read any of my 3 books because I've been so focused on training and gods.
I barely get to read at all, but I also don't have any fucking books to read. I finished that shitty TYA novel I was reading, and I think I threw it at someone at some point. And that's I guess I got that. I got Roman architecture and you.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking read that.
Do you want to borrow the Beasts of Westgar from me?
Maybe. And I don't know. I've read.
Let me know.
I've certainly
I've read that.
What about my plant book? Would you like to read about plants?
Plant book. Well, I've probably read that too. I am proficient in
It also doesn't
nature,
really
so
seem
I've
like
read
totally
a
your-
lot of beast and
Okay.
plant books.
You're proficient in interesting.
Yeah, I made it a point to learn about beasts.
Mm-hmm.
Can't read. I almost killed Galana. Oof. Puck's been busy.
Dude,
Oh man.
Puck's been doing stuff. He's a doer, not a. He learns by doing.
Yes.
Anyone can read a book on how to do a C-section. Puck just fucking figures it out.
Not like it helps.
Literally hacks his way through, even if he
Life
doesn't
hack.
know.
Just do it.
Just do it.
This hurts. Everything you're saying hurts.
I really liked the moment that when Harold was like trying to unravel the mystery and was asking Talon all those questions, and it came up like, did you plan to go out? And I was like, no. When would I plan anything for what reason?
I mean, that's fair. It was just like a thought of just like, if Talon planned this, her mother could.
No, and you were totally correct to ask the question, but no plan.
But no.
Never plan. There isn't a one. Puck is having some big feelings about his parents, his powers, his god, his cousin, his Ariel. Does Puck see himself in Matthias? Does Puck agree with Matthias's choice to turn to the dark side? Dark Puck!
First of all, I feel like that's a very strong insinuation of his Ariel. I don't know that I would go that far.
I would.
Oh, okay. I mean, there's been a lot to juggle with. I think Puck is trying to move forward with, he's trying, it was really difficult because listening to so many people these last couple of sessions, Puck is trying to move forward with as much of, like, he's trying to take the advice he's been giving in the best way he can, like, handle. So he is trying to, like, take that, like, as hard as some of those things were to hear about, like, you can't save everyone or you gotta, like, toughen up, but you also have to be, like, compassionate. He is trying to ball that up in the best way he can. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any parts of your question.
Matthias and Puck are also the same age. I just want you to remember that.
Cool.
Ooh. Damn.
So this one is difficult because, I mean, I had some like cursory stuff about my parents earlier on when I was asking Apollo about, like, hey, by the way, because I was thinking back about when we talked to the Asgardian, whose name I always forget.
Odelia.
And she was
Cordelia.
talking about afterlives and how people just go wherever they think they should end up and stuff like that. And I was like, well, fuck, that's this Panthos' like afterlife. But what about, like, are my mom and dad in the same afterlife? Because maybe different gods, and would they have ended up in the same place? And so I had that thought of, like, I need to figure that out. Beyond that, the conversations both with Toby and with Matthias were, like, really, like, close to home, and very poignant with what was happening. Toby's whole, like, I should have done better, I could have, like, you know, I could have done more, I'm the sheriff, I'm supposed to save everyone. I was like, this is exactly the conversation that he was having with Sarifa and Gazdan earlier.
I mean, I think it's a feeling that never goes away. No, like, if you're that kind of person, that never stops. You just learn to deal with it, right?
And so I felt like I'm gonna be honest. For both of these conversations, I blacked out a little bit. I kind of was just kind of like, you know what? The thoughts and feelings are coming out. They feel accurate. I'm just going with it.
Huckers take the wheel. I'm heading in the back.
And so I'm not 100% sure exactly all that I said to Toby, but I know that what I said felt like it rang true. And in both instances, with both Toby and Matthias, there was a definite moment of like, I need to talk. Like I need to say something. Like I can't let them continue this. Like I know where their head's at and I can't, no. So with Toby, I felt like I was coming at a place more grounded, and then when I talked to Matthias, and it was like even more so, and he was hitting on some stuff that goes even further back for Puck.
Oof.
I said some stuff that I didn't think I was gonna say yet. Like honestly, some stuff came up, and I was like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, no, like Harold and Victor are just here, but like, no, like this has to be said like now because this is important in this moment. So there's some things that I didn't think as Puck/Warren I was going to talk about yet that kind of got brought up. And it was just like when he was basically saying like, you know, how can you, like, I just stood there where the person I cared about died and I didn't do anything, and like, can you know how that possibly feels? And just being like yes, actually, like that's the thing that haunts me the most. That's what plays in my head over and over and over again when I question like my past, where I am. That's the moment. And so yeah, it was, again, I kind of blacked out a second time there. Do I see like Puck and Matthias? Yes. 100%. Like that, the talking to him and what was happening there, I'm like, no, this, I totally understand where he's coming from. Talking to him more afterwards, like I thought we were getting in a better place, but when he said he made a deal, at first I wasn't sure if he made a deal with the devil. Like I honestly wasn't sure, because I wasn't sure if I recognized the name or if this was like some evil being, and then it was a deity. I'm like, oh no. Because
he did the Puck, man. He did the Puck.
He, like, they're two sides of the same coin. He is quite literally Dark Puck.
Yeah.
And so when he made the decision to take that, take the sword and the helm, it was hard because Puck understands where Matthias is coming from with the whole, like, I can save everyone. I can stop all this. Like, I can do this if I try hard enough. I can stop everybody from dying. And, like, Puck has had a very, very brutal 5 days of, sorry, but you can't always. And so he really wanted to drill that without being without disregarding what Matthias was going through. I think Puck is maybe in hindsight a little bit disappointed with the outcome of we had this talk with him, we told him these things that I felt was resonating with him, but he still took the sword and the helm anyways and went down the path of like, I'm just going to like still fuck shit up anyways. And so I wonder if I don't know that the next time we see Matthias will be the last time we see Matthias, like Harold says, but I question whether or not, if he hasn't taken anything that we talked to heart, if it won't be kind of like a battle of ideals of like,
literal battle.
Yes.
Yeah, for clarification, Harold didn't say that we'll never see him again. Harold said next time we see him will
be the last time.
Have to be the last, because we're gonna end him.
Yeah, and so that's where I'm not sure I agree that it will be the last. I don't know if it'll come to like a battle to the death. But it does feel like there's going to be a moment where we will both separate on our travels and we will learn different things. And depending on where Matthias is and where we are when we come back together, it might be a battle of like, no, like I've done this, I've like destroyed all this evil, I can do it, and us being like, we've seen like, maybe we've seen some of the aftermath of what he's done at that point or something like that, and just having basically a battle of our two like different moral views.
I love Matthias.
You know, I think
Flower
I think where we're
Puckett,
gonna get
thank you
struck
for the
is-
follow.
I think where we're gonna get struck is just like, well, who decides who's evil, right? You know, like if you ask the dwarves of Smolenshire, all those orcs are evil, brutal people, who have like killed their brothers. So does that mean he goes and kills all of them? Well, we just found out like they're good people with a good society just trying to get by. So like I feel like he either has to learn that lesson or we have to teach it to him. And
Well,
who
and-
knows when that'll be. But
He is weirdly flexible like that, isn't it?
On one end, I do not trust the god that he is put him up against, because I'm like, yeah, sure. So the test was like fire breathing mega griffin, and like the god might be like, oh, I knew you were gonna have help, so I was fine. But if it like, I'm like, you sent that to test a level 2 fighter who like just started swinging a sword, like he was gonna die without help 100%. But you were saying there's one thing that Victor said at one point. I'm trying to remember exactly how it was phrased. Because it was this talk of like, you know, getting rid of all evil. Like I think Matthias was talking about like, you know, eradicating evil and all that sort of thing. And you were saying kind of like, well, like who decides that? But Puck's thought was also there's always more. Like you're talking about getting rid of everything, like breaking the cycle, like destroying all evil. If there's anything this 5 days has taught Puck, it's that there's always more bad.
Just when you think it couldn't possibly be another evil thing,
There's more, yes.
A lady's ribcage opened up and eats you.
Honestly, the way I thought the conversation with Matthias was going to go was I thought I was going to show him the scars from my from being punctured and just kind of empathize, using that as emphasis from a moment. But it went past that to something deeper. And yeah, I was just kind of like, if you go down this path of trying to just do it all yourself, just eradicating all the evil yourself, like you will never be done until you die. And if you're being juiced up by God, who knows when that is going to be. I'm sorry, that's a very long tangent. I know there was another question in chat.
We got a big one here. I got it. I got it this time for you, Lee.
All right,
Ready?
thank you.
Toby did have big emotions about how he could have done more, but then turns around and says, my contract was broken 10 months ago. I owe no one anything. Toby is a free elf. Finding out that, 1, she is being almost stalked by Toby since she was 18. How does that make her reflect on the past 10 years and what Toby saw? 2, how does this two-faced reaction to how two different people, Matthias and Talon's mom, are affected, influenced Talon's trust, have influenced Talon's trust of Toby and his backstory he is giving her?
I definitely I trust the story that Toby has given, but I no longer trust Toby. I believe he's telling the truth. I don't believe he's necessarily a good person after what he said. And I won't be looking upon him with the same fondness any longer, certainly. As far as like the past 10 years, knowing he's been just like, oh, he's watching, like, that's just upsetting without any of like the bells and whistles of it being a fantasy world and I'm a lost child of a high elf.
He just said he was keeping an eye.
Yeah, but it's definitely like it's definitely making her like reconsider like how safe the house is especially in the last few months since he's, you know, out of work suddenly. And yeah, I mean, it's very messy, mixed up. I think that I, as a player, need to like sort through some of that a little bit more. But yeah, everything feels quite up in the air, and no love for Toby.
Also, sidebar, we're being stalked by something, by the way. Whatever was around your house and rustling trees, like, that wasn't a fucking badger, all right?
No.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been.
Bullshit, Lane.
There's some people fucking watching us. But if like, listen, we know what our battle strategy is. Walk in, get shit on, for being too nice, and then clean up.
Yeah.
So that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna follow us, surprise us, go, haha, and we'll go, ah, damn it, a surprise, and then just rock them.
I'm curious to know exactly what it is.
It was a guinea pig, obviously. It was a horny guinea pig.
A horny guinea pig.
Alan had a guinea pig when she was like 16, and it got loose and she thought it died, but it's actually been growing stronger.
Day by day,
A
training.
dire guinea pig.
Training.
Fucking capybara, baby.
One thing that I noticed at the end of that fight was I had this moment of realization between, like, I had the very strong urge to like mount and battle the griffin, but it was also like, well, wait, do I heal or do I fight? And I had this thought that was, I guess, a bit more of like calculated Puck, as opposed to like, I need to heal and fix everything Puck, where it was, I saw how much damage the fire breath did, and I knew kind of how much I could heal, and I was like, if it does that again, my healing isn't gonna do it. And so my thought was, I can either distract it or try and finish it, and if they go down, then I can pick them up. But I don't think me healing them is gonna do enough good.
It had 9 HP.
And I did 11 damage.
I was so glad you took the swing instead of healing me, because I know you wanted to, but I was like, if you heal me, it's gonna just take me out anyway. You can't get me up high enough.
So my thought was like, I can't heal it enough to mitigate all the damage that you're taking, and so that was a moment of, I think it was a bit of like a aha moment for Puck with everything that was happening, of like, I can protect people in more ways than just like
Going great.
than healing everyone.
Puck's training is going exceptionally well.
The training, not so much
better.
The effect that it's having is great.
We're gonna wrestle a pig later, probably. It's gonna be awesome.
Yo.
Out of
everyone. Yeah.
Out of everyone in the party, who's Tolna's favorite?
That's a fucking loaded question, yo.
Oh my
It
god.
is, but you have to answer it.
Honestly, low key, I think Talna loves them all immediately so much.
Okay, but who's her favorite?
I don't wanna spoil anything, because you know all my characters are multi-dimensional, but Talna really likes Talon and Harold.
Fair.
Like it goes like Talon, Harold, Puck, Victor, but just because Victor's old.
No, so fair. No, I get it. I'm more like a cousin than a kid.
It's because we wrestle in the
Liz,
house, isn't
I
it,
also
that she doesn't like us as
desperately
much.
want to find out. I didn't want to ask Tolna, but I do want to know what happened. I mean, her kids probably just like died fighting, right? Because they're orcs.
Yeah, I presume during the war.
I wanted to bring it up, but I was like, that's in poor taste.
Yeah,
Like, I don't need to dig
Yeah.
into there.
Yeah, at breakfast, it's 7:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Also,
She just made us breakfast. She doesn't have to tell us about her trauma.
No.
for a
I'm
second
glad
there,
everybody instantly loves Talna. I was definitely going for that vibe.
I love
It's
her.
amazing.
for a second in my brain, I was like, is Talna like Desden's Mom. And I was like, did I get her son killed? Am I like that? There's this legit moment of like, fuck, what have I? Did I do something? Did I do something? Oh no, am I with the widow of the person I healed that died? And like, I shut that down real quick. But I was like,
doing ambiguous head wiggle.
This is how you know that Mr. Randolph the Grey is in your head. Is every time anything is ever mentioned, you're like, what did I fuck up that made this happen?
What did I do this time?
yeah.
I genuinely feel like a good DM after this session. I feel like I put enough out there, but also tied up enough loose ends and like used a bunch of the stuff that I planted a long time ago to really good effect. Yeah. And I'm like,
the Toby plant was good.
So good tonight.
Toby plant was very good.
It feels good.
Mr.
Randolph Evil Smirk makes me nervous.
And I'm not a player. Yeah. Think how we feel.
I'm constantly nervous. Listen, when fucking Lane said you're leaking, I was like, oh no, that's not good. And my first instinct was like, well, I gotta figure out how to seal the leak. And then I was like, then I lose my fucking connection to magic. Like, I can't seal the leak. I need the leak. Okay, so we're full in genie mode now, but we like haven't even touched the fact that I'm also a follower of Athena and may look to get her blessings as well. There's a lot happening over here. I might be a triple class in the near future.
Oh man. Well, I thought it's cool that we had so much backstory stuff come up from so many people. It was like Harold like coming out of the shell to like connect with someone on a human level, or
with a human
on a half orc, half elf human level. Listen, two halves make a whole, you know.
Harold hugged a woman today.
It's true.
Hugged me back after I initiated the hug.
But that's
very exciting.
It's true.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Athena, Artemis, yes. Apollo, they're probably cool with each other.
Can Puck make God convo happen? So one of the things that when I mentioned the fact that I'd heard there was something going on between Ares and Apollo, I half expected Apollo to be like, who told you that? But instead he was just kind of like, you need to stop asking questions. But I was curious if that would...
honey, he knows.
Well, but I was curious if that was going to be a thing, and then whether or not there was going to be some kind of a conversation happens. But I don't know, maybe it's hard because they have really... Like, he's on the day shift, she's on the night shift. Like, I don't know if I can, like, really pull strings to call both of them at the same time. Like, that's hard.
Well, and, like, but the thing is, like, also, like, Victor is a follower of Athena, and has, like, maybe slightly prayed to her sometimes, but, like, has never seen any blessings or boons from her. So, like, to walk around with Puck, basically... Apollo man, and just see all the shit, and like he's met other clerics and paladins of Athena as well, so like he knows what God's. He's like, well, like I like Athena and I like what Athena stands for, but Athena doesn't give shit about me. So I don't even know where to fucking start with that.
You're just following Athena like a good Catholic follows Jesus.
Yeah. Listen, have I ever read the Bible? No. But I like love thy neighbor. That's a nice sentiment.
That's a good one.
I can fuck with that.
Don't steal shit? Oh, I mean, like, not for me.
I agree.
But... Like,
yeah, not for me. I'll definitely.
Generally.
But protect those you care about? Yeah. Do smart battle? I try to. but sometimes I get very angry.
When I was having the conversation of Talon regarding my Apollo, and she was pressing me for like, well, so like, what's Apollo like? I'm like, how do I even begin to describe?
That was kind of like me as a player, just kind of wanting to see how you would handle that question in character.
He's a douchebag.
I was like, I don't like. Puck is still respectful because it's a god, but also like, how do you be like, well, it's nothing like you would imagine at all, and just like really familiar. And then like the only thing I could think of was like, just like this is just what he says. This is what he sounds like. I don't know how best to describe this. Like
the thing that's great is that actually Talon doesn't follow any particular god, so she really has no frame of reference for what that looks like. So that wasn't like surprising, or like it wasn't too crazy. It was just like, oh, that's casual, interesting, good to know. So yeah, she's last person to judge you.
Well, see, the funny thing is now, because I've kind of like let you in a little bit on the loop of things, is now I might actually be able to be like, oh, by the way, I had a talk with Artemis a while back, and she thinks you're like super cool. I just wanted to pass that on.
Listen, all I'm saying is, by the time we're fighting the big fucking bad of this campaign, we'll all have a level of paladin. It's okay. We're the shield of fate, baby. We can all be holy.
Oh man.
We can find. There's gotta be a book god.
God.
And one of them.
I mean, technically, it would be Athena.
Yeah.
How funny would it be? Because it would be Apollo,
You take a
Artemis,
relish,
Athena, AAA.
Just call AAA and.
And it's just the four of us.
I've got.
It's just gonna be like the three of us, like the three pillars of like the better deities, like the good-ish deities, just like holding up the pantheon, just being like, "Fuck you, Ares and Hades and whoever else we're here."
Harold is the BBEG. Oh no!
Yeah.
Don't put that on him.
It could happen.
Fun and spicy to suggest such a
Listen.
thing.
All wizards are ambitious.
Yeah.
And even
That's
though
true.
he is not technically a wizard, he
Yep.
casts wizard spells and is therefore ambitious and can't be trusted.
Give him a few more levels.
Oh, see, I feel I'm sad I couldn't smash more stuff into this chapter. I'm glad I didn't, but like I wish we could have gone for like 6 hours today. I had so much stuff
Oh
prepped.
man,
Listen,
I would have
we
been
got it. We
game.
can sit here in fucking Smolenshire and talk about our issues all day, but we gotta go save a mom, dude. We gotta get
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah.
Enough of this shit. We gotta get on a boat and save a mom.
Gotta get on. Yo.
We gotta
I
get
mean,
on
I
a
know-
boat, expose a love child, and maybe reform a government. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out.
Maybe reform a family.
I know. Oh, oof. I know that
Probably
like
not,
Victor. I know that Victor, Harold, and Puck have no idea like what's actually going down with Talon's mom, even though she
Mhm.
does now. That is
That's like
so weird
making.
for me.
I have okay, Warren. I get it. Because I did not leave that emotional high note from the conversation with Toby for the rest of the session. And now I'm just here at like level 10, listening to Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, trying to relax. So,
Dude, oh my god.
And then when we come back, if it's at the same moment, then you have to be like, "Oh yeah, how was Talon feeling when I last left up?" Oh yeah.
yeah, I think
Oh, yeah.
I might just sit with this for the next week. Like, I'm not doing anything important right now in my life. I might just let it marinate for a while.
I just had like
mhm.
a very distressing conversation with a man who's been watching her for a decade. showed up to a battle late to see her friend in 130-degree fever pass out.
Having a great day, guys.
I feel great.
I imagine that must have been so terrible for Talon, having this like serious conversation and then being like, "Oh, I gotta get there, and then not getting there in time, and then seeing Victor and Ribbons and Harold burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, because I was like absolutely like trying to make a tactical decision based on the information I had, and like, but I don't think it would have even benefited. I don't think anything would have gotten like better by me not trying to stealth in, though. When I look back on it, you know, I don't know if like I feel like it would have been more shit in the pile almost.
You like might have got there with enough time to get a set of attacks in.
Yeah,
but like nobody died.
Thank God.
I could see the struggle when you were like debating whether or not to break stealth. They were just kind of like, I could see you being like, but if I get there, it's like sneak attack and
yeah.
It's like you've already committed to it.
Yep.
Right? Like at that point, it was because I was really hoping that I could close the distance a little faster and be able to like completely like come at it from behind, right? And instead, just bad time.
Listen,
Bad time.
win some, you lose some. If you didn't let me get so fucked up that I got so mad, I might be a level 5 barbarian. And nobody wanted that.
Oh no, not.
I'm excited. I am intrigued and excited by how the conversation of Talon reiterating this information is going to go next
I
week.
might have some words for young Toby before we leave.
Absolutely certain that you will be having words with Toby before we leave.
Go. Well, I'm still kind of mad, so I might. We'll have to see how Victor comes out of this. He zenned out a little bit, but this might make him mad again. And I don't know what anger's gonna do to Victor anymore. Anger is a different beast now.
I think it's gonna be very interesting too, just because like Victor has already seemingly decided he hates Talon's father, and now the other man that was supposed to be taking care of Talon and her mother is also a bitch.
I don't
perhaps.
hate Talon. I don't hate Talon's dad. I think that Talon's dad is a pawn in a system that is broken.
Big brain thoughts.
So, it's not his fault. He sucks. He does suck, and he can prove himself to not suck when we break him from the chains of oppression his lordship has given him. And he can either choose to be a bitch and cower and be a lord still, or he can be a father. And we'll see which one he chooses and whether or not he lives to make that choice.
That makes it sound like you're gonna kill him, but yeah.
I might. If I have to, I will.
It wouldn't surprise me.
If you do, Victor, make sure to kill him with his own sword that he gave Talon's mom.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Listen, I'm gonna start using this sword.
I am curious about the will save with that sword and what's going on with it.
That was all trauma based. I already checked it. It's not magical.
Okay.
That was trauma based wisdom save.
I make people roll for trauma. It's a thing.
It's important.
It was a lot.
Puck was like a little
I
bit...
felt fear. I felt fear when you asked for that rule. Genuine, wholehearted fear.
Genuine fear. Puck...
I am surprised you didn't make me roll a wisdom save with old Orokazoa.
Yeah?
When he showed me the face of someone I didn't want to see the face of.
I definitely could have had you roll for trauma there. But no, you were feeling it. You were definitely in the moment. That was a very much in the moment talk.
Warren, what were you gonna say?
I was just going to say that throughout this at least first half of the session, Puck low-key kind of felt bad because like he clocked all you guys talking about this and the clear concern for Talon and her mom. And he was like so distracted by his own shit that he's like, when he got to Smollemshire, he was like, all right, no, I gotta be here. Like I've had the fucking shitty discussion of Paulo. He's not telling me anything. I need to be here for the people in front of me. And I immediately was like, oh well, I guess Toby and Matthias need me, so I'll get back to Talon later.
It was definitely
fair.
weird to me when we were like, okay, we're packing up, like we're getting ready to go solve the mystery of where's Talon's mom is, and you were like, Victor, training? And I was like, what? We're going on the road, dude. Like we don't got time for that. But I was like, okay.
Logan, is Victor gonna go to an anger management class? It's already canon that self-help books are a thing.
You know that I've read every fucking anger management book I can get my hands on. Doesn't work when it's magic anger.
You have magic anger. There's
I
no
know.
there's no
Angry.
class that can help.
It's real bad. It's real bad. Victor learned to control his anger. So I would say that he already has gone to anger management classes. And in that fight, he had a lapse. Over the 15 years he's had to deal with the scar, he has learned to deal with it already. Or so he thought. I would wager to say like he has gotten that angry. He has felt the surge that hard. It never knocked him out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there were times in the war, especially, where he got close.
Yeah, he's scared.
I think what helped that, helped him from going over the edge, was that all of the fighting he did in the war was passionless. He did it for purpose and not out of anger. He was not angry at the people he was fighting. He was just using his anger as a tool to destroy them.
This was like anger at a thing that is
This was-
pushing button.
I am mad at that this thing exists and that it has hurt me so much and that it is hurting my just everything it stood for made me mad.
It was really nice to see that. I like.
Yeah, especially because Victor, I don't know, has dealt with vengeance and had an idea of what vengeance was and what vengeance meant, and that has changed so much in the week he's spent with these people, and what he thought vengeance was and what vengeance could be, and he's just like, no. I think he's seen how useless vengeance is as a thing, and so that has changed drastically.
I love it.
Randolph, not your favorite moment, but what moment surprised you the most, if any?
You guys surprised me a lot.
Good.
There's a few things that I baited tonight that you guys actually took the bait on, and I was like, oh, thank God. You know how hard it is to get these people to take the bait?
We'll sit there and talk for hours.
I know you do. And sometimes I feel bad, but I'm like, I gotta push this show on the road, guys.
Sometimes we just want to hang out in character.
Sometimes you
really
gotta
do.
go save a mom, and you can't do this anymore.
And sometimes I'm like, guys, you just gotta go. But my most surprising, honestly, legitimately, the most surprising moment for me was when Logan was just like, yeah, I'm in, I'm game. I was like, what? That easy? That
Said
easy?
the right things. He said everything he needed to say.
Normally, it's a lot harder to get Logan to do something. That's all I'm saying. I guess Victor's a little bit easier to manipulate. And not manipulate,
No.
but
I think that it was a calculated decision. Victor had like I think Victor knew enough about just the like what his like he knew that what he could do wasn't normal and wasn't like something that was innately in him, and like obvious he knew he was scarred, and I think he knew enough about it to know that like it was that guy. And so when that was all confirmed to him, I think he had already come up with a like okay, so I think he had already like surmised enough to be like, am I feeding him? Am I giving him more power? Is he one day going to reawaken because of what I'm doing? And has mulled that over enough to be like, okay, well, you know, I know he's not inherently evil, although he did some pretty bad shit. But it was because he was trapped by a sorcerer. I know that. I know enough to know that. So perhaps I can, instead of trapping him, if I work with him, maybe we can have a less evil connection. So he needs to, one, not be into torturing and that he needs. I don't want to wantonly kill people for him to grow stronger. He needs to like grant me power, so I benefit from it and he can benefit from it, and we can have a mutual relationship in that sense. And those were like the things I was like, okay, as long as he's cool with all that, as long as that is the deal, I'll make that deal. That is a good deal. That way I can have more power and I will use it for good. So I would rather be the one in control here, other than, especially when he alluded to there are other Genasi that are still scarred by him. And if he were to awaken to them, I don't know what they would do. So I would much rather be in control of this situation. And so it's better to work with him now. And if it turns out he's big evil, I'll slap him. He got killed by 4 fucking sellswords. I'll kill that motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure. What?
Yeah, that is what I believe.
So what does Victor think he's gonna have to do for him?
I don't know.
What's his, any guesses?
My guess is it's probably like it probably has to do with probably killing.
Collect the pieces, Logan.
I might have to collect the pieces. Something. I don't know what. And I'm. Yeah, he's. I know, or at least I suspect, as Victor, that I still have control. Like I'm in control here. I still have power over him. So if he asks me to do something that's out of line, then I can refuse. We have to come to the term together. So if he's like, go kill everyone who's scarred by me, I'm gonna go, no. But if we have a way to not kill them and release it from them, I'll do that. Yeah. It probably has something to do with the other scarred. It probably has something to do with like harvesting energy from either other people or maybe other elementals. I fucking hope it doesn't mean going to the elemental plane of fire, because that just sucks. That just sucks big
That's
time.
not fun for anyone.
That just sucks for everybody. I'm not sure yet. I'm still a little nervous about that, but I'm hopeful that he doesn't try. Like I'm hopeful that he is a smart enough being to know who he's dealing with and what I am capable of and what I will do. And not being like, yes, this guy who loves Athena and protecting and justice and smart tactics will wantonly kill for me, of course. I hope we're not there.
Lane, as someone who has worn the DM hat a few times in the past, I'm also equally surprised when someone in the party, like when you're playing the here's the deal kind of character, and then they say yes, you're like, oh, I really? Oh, I thought I was gonna have to work way harder for that. Okay.
Yeah, dude, I was ready for like 20 more minutes of that shit.
Yeah,
I was ready to try and persuade you over 3 more sessions, but okay.
I think it's like important to remember also that like Victor is also on a quest for more strength. Like he is looking for a power that can right some of the wrongs in his life. And this is incredible power being gifted to him. As well as the fucking cherry on top of a possible resurrection that hard to refuse.
So it sounds like Puck, Victor, Matthias have a bit of stuff in common in that respect.
Yeah, perhaps loss is a big theme of this campaign.
I mean, like one of the moments that it was a very little moment, but when I crit failed on carrying Talon, and Harold made the offer of like, well, you could carry the books. Literally everyone's reaction was like, well, you know, that's demeaning. Like, don't do that. And then Puck had a minute of just kind of like, as the suggestion was made, he was like, really, guys. And then like a second gear kicked in. And he's like, no, you know, if that's what I have to do to fucking get somewhere, then fine. Doesn't matter if it's embarrassing. And yeah, I'll carry the goddamn books if I have to. But yeah, I understand that like that there's an underlying drive to improve, for whatever reason.
Harold was just trying to be nice. He was like, Puck is training to become stronger. These books are fucking heavy, and maybe carrying a person, you know, for 8 hours is a little bit tough. But the books are probably the lighter than Talon. Like, they'd be manageable.
Not by a lot.
I get it. It's just like carry my books. It was like
You
no,
want to
like-
carry my fucking books, nerd.
That wasn't how.
I'm gonna hop out, guys. My cat is giving me the look and keeps walking around the room staring at me. So she calls. I'll hang out and chat though and watch the rest of it. So
Okay.
Bye.
See you
next week.
later. Yeah, no, that's not how Puck took it. From Harold.
I don't think that's how Harold meant it either.
I
thought it was hilarious.
I didn't think that's how it was, but it was everybody else's like unspoken reaction that I was just kind of like, I know how everyone's like looking at me right now with this, but you know what? I don't care. I'll do it anyway.
I hate those fucking blacksmithing tomes, so I just want them to go away.
I think Victor is waiting for the day where he can throw those books in the fire.
Yeah, we have to sacrifice the books.
Oh no!
No.
Like, uh-oh, I have firepower now. Well, I was just testing it out on your book bag.
Dude, water genasi with fire genie is gonna be so cool.
That is.
Listen, boiling water is basically the fucking thesis statement of this character. So,
Look, the water genasi with fire, that in the Pokemon world is what we like to call type coverage.
Hell yeah, baby.
Listen, Victor is just a frog, and we just have to make sure that we turn the heat up slowly so he doesn't die.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna follow Lee's lead, and I'm actually just tired as shit after tonight.
I think it's time to bounce.
Yeah.
That is
But-
fair.
That was good. It's a good night. Good night, chat. I'll see you guys. Sneeze. No sneeze.
fuck
I
you.
got robbed.
Oh, man.
Dude.
Did you feel?
Okay.
Did anybody else
Warren-
feel that pregnant pause right there? Jesus.
Warren, you stream Friday. I stream Friday too. So if you come hang out with me, I'll send you to Warren. I promise. I also stream Saturday, Sunday, and we'll be back here on Tuesday. Yawn. Get out of here. All right. That's all from me. Love you.
Bye.
Good
Good night. Bye. Oh, everyone pieced out all at the same time. Well, I wasn't expecting that level of. All right, fine. Fine then. Well, okay. I mean, we'll probably wrap up there. That seems like a decent place to finish. Unless anyone has any final notes, any final questions, anything they want to get off their chest while other company isn't around, feel free. But otherwise, I will probably wrap up here as well. Yeah, really cool session. I was joking about how this was like the title of this one is like the prologue is over. Like, what comes next? And we got so much next. So much next. We got to see into like everyone's like psyche and almost everyone's backstory. Butts. Everything is butts. Everything is butts. Everything is guinea pig butts. Everything is butts. Great. Thank you, chat, for your boundless wisdom. Yeah, but that's probably gonna be it for me. Thank you everybody for hanging out through the post show. I do appreciate everyone sticking late to ask questions and have a goober time. And yes, I am immune to your yawn powers. I am the most powerful being here currently because everyone else is left, but also. So begins book 1. Ooh. Yeah, it'll be real interesting once we get all this done. Thank you, Warren. Thank you, Chet. If I ever get money and I can commission art, I'm gonna have to commission Puck doing Thor's hammer on the back of that fucking griffin. Oh my god. Yeah. Anyways, like I said, thanks everybody. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week. As Lane said, both of us will be back on Friday. I think, to my knowledge, I am doing some We Were Here, or the second one in that series with Solus. So we're gonna be doing some puzzles and probably dying, but also very interested to see how we work together again. Yeah. Anyways, like I said, thanks everybody. I'm sure you guys all know the routine, but I'll spiel it anyways for anyone watching the VODs. If you guys enjoyed the stream, you want to see more of it, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow, all that jazz. I do stream to both YouTube and Twitch, so if Twitch takes these down at some point because they get old, the VODs will be on YouTube as well. And if you guys want to keep supporting what's going on here, please be sure to follow me on Twitter or Facebook to be notified when streaming. Or you can join the Discord, which I'm always excited to have more people on and chat with. Yeah, that's about it. So, thanks everybody. Have a good rest of your night, good week. I hope to see your lovely faces on Friday. If not, we'll be back next Tuesday for more Grey Tales. And we'll see what happens next. Ooh. Okay. Peace out, guys. I'll see all of you in the country.